saw a tweet the other day. It was this woman, and she was like, just found out my husband has been drinking a White Claw on the way to work every day for 4 years because he thought it was an energy drink.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. It's so funny. Like road soda style, too. Like, just ripping it on the way to work.
How did he never get stopped?
He didn't
I don't
see
know.
like the alcohol percentage like right there front and center of the can.
From the way the tweet was worded, it seems like he never saw it.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode number 5 of the Sports.
Episode number 5.
Episode number 5 of the Sports Rant with Mike and Ant podcast. We're happy to be back here in the Third Wheel Podcast studio. Shout out Third Wheel Podcast.
Shout out Third Wheel. Shout out producer M.
How's it going?
Woo. Got
Yeah.
coffee, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Coffee.
it's the coffee episode.
Hanging in there.
We're all on the juice today.
I've never meant that more in my life than at this moment.
This thing is like 3 million degrees. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait till it's like ice cold.
We're on the Java.
Drinking K-cup sludge.
But yeah, welcome everybody to episode number 5 of that's an inside joke between me and
Yes.
Ant that we can.
And it will stay.
Yeah, we're gonna stay that. But yeah, welcome back, Ant. Great to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too, man. How you been? You do anything interesting lately? I think maybe
Yeah.
you have.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. Me and Maddie actually went on a cruise.
A cruise?
A cruise, yeah.
Wow.
So last week we went on a cruise from San Pedro, technically, which is weird because I never knew that they docked out of San Pedro. It was always Long Beach. That's all I've ever known. But this time we did it out of San Pedro. We took a Royal Caribbean cruise.
Nice.
Which was kind of exciting. I've only been on one cruise in my life, so I really don't have anything.
Is this the one, or you mean before this?
Before this one, I
Okay,
went on
okay.
one, and it was Carnival when I was like 8 years old. So
Okay.
No memory of it really. I know I had a lot of fun, but
They must play Carnival by Kanye West on that cruise a lot. I mean, probably not when you went because it probably wasn't out. But
I don't think it was out yet.
Yeah, I think that would go nuts on that cruise. But did you feel like royalty on the Royal Caribbean?
It was a great experience. I never really appreciated cruise ships. Like, you hear about them, you see pictures of them. It's like, oh, okay, cool, like whatever. But till you like have both feet on that cruise ship, like
Yeah.
you realize how much it has to offer. And it was a good little 6-day, 5-night cruise down to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. So
Nice.
That was good. And yeah, we had pretty much it's like all you can eat, I think, for everybody, right? They've got like the buffets and stuff.
Yeah,
and
like
then
inclusive.
we went out of our way to we had to do the drink package. So we had every single day.
You're on vacation, right?
Yes. Yep. It was a good time. So yeah, we did it to celebrate my birthday last week. And
Happy birthday, Mike.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
33 years old.
No, definitely not. I don't even want to discuss my age because it's like weird.
Well, it's
saying that
not
number.
33, so.
But yeah, it was a good time. We had a lot of fun. We met some people, but it was a good little getaway for us, and we had a lot of fun. I mean, I really appreciate cruising now. Like,
Yeah.
it's really like a cool thing. Learned a lot that like.
Dude, cruising is such a great vacation in so many ways. I've always been a big fan of cruise ships, and yeah, I just defend them. Like, not everybody loves them. Not everyone loves being on the water. Yeah. Not everyone loves the fact that you're like kind of like trapped, like secluded on the boat.
Yeah.
And then some people are like, oh, I just want to spend that many days in the destination, not on the cruise ship. Mm-hmm. But I love just like I love the trapped aspect of it. That's a harsh word, but you make these friends and the people that you're with on that boat from day one, you're gonna be with them for that whole day. Yep. And I think it's just so cool to have a vacation in which, like, if you go to a resort or a Florida or something, people you meet there, they might be leaving the next day. They might be leaving that night. Mm. You might be leaving and you don't get to fully hang out. But like on the cruise, everyone's on the same schedule. You're hanging out. Yeah. And the cruise, they have all the all you can eat food. You get the drink package, and there's activities. It's so much fun.
Like how that's part of it for you, like the hanging out with the strangers on the cruise.
100%.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it takes you a little bit out of your comfort zone. Like you're talking to random strangers that have literally no connection to you whatsoever.
Yes.
And
Hot tub chats.
Yeah.
They go hard on a cruise.
Yep.
Yeah, like did you make a good little friend?
Yeah, for
group-ish?
sure. We met some people that it was funny because we had seen them every single day of the cruise.
That's what it is, yeah.
At every single event, like if it was karaoke, if it was the nightclub, if it was the casino, like we were seeing like this certain group every single event. There was a comedy show. We went to a comedy club and we saw them.
Yes.
And finally, like the last night, we were just like, you know, when you're doing it with one other person, you kind of like run out of things to talk about to like a certain extent. It's like, okay, what else can we talk about?
Yeah, well, like you and...
Me and Maddie.
Yeah.
So we were just kind of like, there was like a lot of quiet moments.
Where are the
at
other
pool.
people? Yeah.
So we just finally went out of our way. We're like, let's go talk to these people. Like we've seen them
Yeah.
so much, and they ended up being like the
They're
coolest people
awesome.
ever.
Yeah, dude, that's the best. And then you make like when you're on the cruise with them, it's like you're the best of friends ever, like for
Yes.
life, and you get their Instagram and stuff, and then
Yeah.
like maybe you just never hear from them again.
Yeah.
Or maybe you just DM them or whatever. But like in that moment, it's like so real.
I
love it.
actually did get JJ and Janae's number or their Instagrams, and I told them about the pod.
Plug in the pod.
Yes,
Good.
I absolutely did.
Good.
They were fully invested. They're like, oh my gosh, we'll watch it. So
Hell
JJ and Janae, if you guys are watching, thank you for watching. And it was
Shout
great
out.
meeting you. Yeah.
What did you find out what they were fans of? They watch sports.
Yeah, so actually, Janae, shout her out real quick. She miraculously, somehow, some way, like we met her and we started talking. She played softball at Ole Miss and then transferred to Ball State, I believe.
Wow.
If I got that correct. So played legit SEC softball, which
That's
is
some ball. That's
wild.
ball.
Yeah. And they're from, I believe they said Peoria, Arizona. So
Wow, okay.
a little bit far, but close enough where it's like relatively close.
Maybe we get them on the pod.
Yeah,
Get her on the pod. We'll talk about softball.
Absolutely. Definitely.
Yeah, well, cruise is pretty exciting. You know what else is exciting? I went and I saw a movie recently, one that I'm sure you haven't seen in any capacity. It was a remake, the remake of How to Train Your Dragon. What did you think of How to Train Your Dragon, the original?
Wait, there's a remake out right now?
Have you seen the original?
Yeah, I've seen the original.
Thank God.
Shocking.
Wait, hold on. I want to
So-
get this clear real
So
quick.
you
I do not like this, like, oh, Mike has never seen any movie. I have seen so many movies, but
Yeah.
I think it's just,
yeah.
gosh, I don't want, the
No, you're
Harry
never
Potter
gonna live
thing-
down. You're never gonna live down Quidditch.
You know what? No. And I'll jump in here. I don't
No.
see movies. If you like name a classic,
Yeah.
I probably haven't seen it.
Okay.
So I feel like you've seen more of the classics. I see more of like the kid, like the fun movies / like cartoon, like shit like that. So I mean, I get it. But since we've been talking about like, you know, I mean, how have you seen How to Train Your Dragon, but you haven't seen Hunger Games or Harry Potter? That's crazy to
Okay,
me.
so to me, that's just like two completely different like genres. Like I'm not into, and let me just make this clear right now. I am not into Lord of the Rings. I am not into Harry Potter. I'm not into Hunger Games. I'm not into any of those like kind of, I don't even know how to describe what kind of movies those are.
Nerd
Like,
stuff.
I wasn't
Is that
going to
what
go
you're trying to
that
say?
far. I didn't grow up playing Dungeons and Dragons. Okay,
Oh.
I'm just going to go.
He's
I'm
like,
didn't
I'm
either,
not a
but-
virgin.
Okay. Honestly, Hunger Games, you should totally see Hunger Games. It's not similar to those movies. It's
Mike's face right now.
I
it's badass. Hunger Games is badass. You gotta see it.
I've heard, and I've heard a lot of people say that. Does that movie, like I've seen the trailers, like I think I've maybe even seen like a couple minutes of it, just has never been interesting to me. Just my preference. I'm into comedies, I'm into horrors, I'm into action movies, you know, thrillers, all that stuff. Like I've seen a lot of movies, but that stuff just never been into.
Okay.
Star Wars I watched when I was younger, like I'm not even really into it anymore. Like there's so many shows and movies about Star Wars right now.
There's too much.
Yeah, there's a
It's
way
oversaturated.
Star
Hunger
Trek.
Games is like an action, like suspense movie though. Like the beginning of it is pretty like logistical and like class struggle and like stuff like that. But then you get in the arena and it's freaking fast paced action. It's dope.
All right.
Well, I'm proud that you've seen How to Train Your Dragon because that is an amazing movie.
It's, of course. I was like, what? We were like 8 years old when it came out. Like the
Yeah,
original?
I honestly, to be fair, I didn't watch it until I was in college. Em had me
dare
watch
you.
it.
How dare you?
Well,
How
I
dare you.
appreciated it.
You know what a
nonetheless.
Quidditch is, but you don't know.
He didn't even know what that was really until college. Did you? Okay, well I guess you
Everybody
knew
knows
what
what Quidditch is.
Okay.
Fun fact:
Other than Mike.
I have not seen every single movie that has ever come out, and I am sorry for that.
Clearly. But yeah, so the How to Train Your Dragon, the live action remake is out. And honestly, I enjoyed it. I don't think it's better than the original.
Okay.
But I really enjoyed it, and I don't think they messed it up at all. I feel like you have stuff to say if you want to, but I think that it was pretty. It stayed true to the story and the best moments in it. I don't think they missed any beats or anything like that. You don't have to say anything if you don't want.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's worth seeing, but I would love to hear about sports at this point.
All right.
Sorry.
You know,
36 minutes in.
sports and variety rant.
We are having a great conversation.
Sports and variety.
I'd recommend both versions. They didn't mess up the live action remake like Disney messed up Lilo and Stitch. Watch the original.
Okay.
It's so good. Okay, on to sports. Episode 5.
Episode 5 fun fact.
You got a fun fact? You got a fun fact 5 for me?
Okay, yeah, so real quick, I just want to, yeah.
Sorry. Go for it.
My favorite. So today's fun fact is a little bit on par with what we've kind of done here, but I just want to ask you real quick. Just, you can tally them off real quick. So the Mount Rushmore, since it's episode number 5, I'll give you 5 spots. This isn't the fun fact, but I just want to know what you think. Can you name me your 5 greatest athletes of all time? In general, in everything, just real quick. You can list them off.
Damn, 5 greatest athletes.
Yes.
So when we get into 5 greatest athletes, do you mean 5 greatest to play sports, or like are you talking purely physical?
Yeah, so let's keep it on the sports wave. So, the typical answers.
I guess what I'm saying is, like, is it achievements or is it athleticism?
Both.
Like I would say Tom Brady is a top 5 athlete all time, but
Right.
like if we're talking physically athletic, like Lamar Jackson, like runs circles around him.
Right, okay. So most accomplished, most decorated athletes
Okay.
that you
Okay.
think there's no doubt that you can dispute that they're one of the greatest.
Okay, so
athletes.
Tom Brady is
Right.
number is on there. I guess we're not doing an order. We're just doing
No.
a Mount Rushmore plus 1. Tom Brady, and then I mean you go to basketball and you get the age-old question of LeBron and Jordan. Oh man, it could divide a lot of people. I'll come back to that.
Okay.
I feel like I want to go through the major sports right now.
Yeah.
This is tough. Shoot. Okay, so like. Can I just put all Boston people like
You can
Bobby
do whatever
Orr?
you want.
Bobby Orr, go up there.
Bobby Orr?
Yeah,
okay.
I was told. My good friend Riley told me that I should have talked about him for a fun fact about number 4, for episode 4.
Okay.
I didn't sadly, but shout out Bobby Orr. I'm putting him on.
Yep.
Then I'll go David Ortiz.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just doing all Boston, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to throw Bill Russell up there, you know.
Yeah.
11 rings.
11. It's pretty decorated.
I don't know. No, I don't. Like, should I be doing this?
No, it's up to you. I just want to hear what your answers are, and then it's gonna dive into my fun fact.
I'll put Caitlin Clark up there.
Okay,
Shout
okay.
out,
I
Caitlin
like
Clark.
that.
This isn't a very serious list. I know she has she's just new to the league, but she's awesome.
She's the greatest college basketball player of all time. Most points ever in men's and women's. So
You see that game recently? They beat the shit out of her.
yeah, that was
She's playing New York or something. No. I forget what team she's playing. They're beating the shit out of her.
Yep.
And honestly, she was kind of snapping back. I feel like
as she should.
I feel like she's kind of reached a breaking point where she's just gonna be pissed now, which is pretty funny and awesome. Like if she starts dogging on people. Okay, that's 4, and then number 5.
Just be whoever.
Athlete all time. This is so tough because I went through all the sports. I'll put Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore
At
is
number 5.
That's a solid answer.
Yeah.
Shout out the movie that's upcoming.
Yeah. Shout out Happy Gilmore too.
Okay.
I wish they didn't film that in Jersey. I would have died to be an extra.
Oh yeah,
or
I know
anything.
some people that were on that.
Ooh, that's nice.
Bad Bunny's in it too.
Yeah, he
so
is.
random.
So is Tiger Woods. I'm surprised you left him off that list.
Okay, yeah, Tiger Woods should be there.
Okay.
100%. Yeah. See,
I
it's
put
tough
you
on the spot. It's tough on the spot.
I know. I hear you. And I just wanted to hear your quick.
Okay, I guess I'll do Tom Brady, Tiger Woods, Jordan. Sorry, LeBron.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fans,
Yep.
help me out here. Who else would you have? Do you have is your fact of the day about an athlete you'd have on this top 5?
Yes.
Okay, so I just need one more, and then we'll put your athlete in.
Serena Williams cracked that list. Does
Yeah, I'd
Roger Federer? Does Simone Biles?
I got to put Serena Williams up there.
Okay.
As a tennis player myself, I respect the game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then Number 5 is that guy that from that bowling video where he won the championship or whatever, and he goes, "Who do you think you are? I am." That's my number 5.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. Who do you think
Who's
you are?
your guy?
Okay. So a guy that you left off this list. Who do you think is the greatest Olympian of all time?
Michael Phelps?
Michael Phelps.
Yeah, okay. I could have
So
put him on
diving
there. I could have
in
put him on there.
to fun fact number 5, and feel free to throw up any of the 3 graphics that I sent you. But
I like how you said diving in. Was that on purpose?
maybe.
Yeah, I like that.
Maybe.
I like that.
But so I want to talk about Michael Phelps real quick. We don't talk a lot about swimming, but let's talk about the greatest
Phelps.
to ever do it
It really is incredible.
with 28 total medals, 23 gold medals. And I want to talk about the 2016 Rio Olympics real quick, in which he won a total of 6 medals, 1 silver, but 5 gold medals for the GOAT, Michael Phelps.
Hell yeah.
23 golds in total. This was actually his last Olympics too. So I just wanted to shout this out. So if you look at it, men's 200-meter butterfly swimming, men's 200-meter individual swimming. I don't know. Yeah. 4x100-meter freestyle. So this man is definitely on my GOAT list for greatest athletes. He's the most decorated Olympian of all time. And I just want to shout him out for the 5 gold medals he won in his final Olympics ever.
Yeah,
So
he went out on top.
yeah, for sure. And, there was arguments that he could have kept going and, future Olympics and stuff like that. But I think with his resume, everything that he's done, shout him out, man. 5 gold medals in the 2016 Rio Olympics. And I don't know if you saw this clip recently with Nick Wright and Colin Cowherd about their segments.
I don't know. I know. I haven't seen that. That's just a great combo of people.
Yeah.
You guys are funny.
So Colin Cowherd I'll just kind of sum it up real quick. He kind of brought up Michael Phelps, and Nick Wright just kind of jokingly, he was all like, well, I mean, yeah, he has the most gold medals, but he gets it for pretty much the same exact thing, just different motions of swimming. You have the butterfly, your regular backstroke swimming.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of funny, and I love that this ties into it because I feel like this is a good one to talk about Michael Phelps.
Yeah, I guess if you're looking as someone who doesn't know the intricacies of swimming, which it could be myself, you would be like, oh, he's just the fastest swimmer, and they gave him a bunch of different medals for that. But it's different motions, and there's different winners for that. But I mean, man, can that guy swim?
Unlike any human, I think he's part fish at this point.
Yeah, well, doesn't he have like webbed appendages or something?
I think so.
I've
Yeah.
heard that. I don't know if that's like a conspiracy theory or just like one of those things where
Wait, that's crazy. Is that real?
I think so. I think you are definitely
partially
right.
webbed,
What?
maybe.
Yeah, he's kind of like a duck out there. I don't know.
I mean, I've heard of people having like their toes or their fingers didn't totally separate. Is that like what you're saying?
It's like
Yeah.
something about it just gives him a little bit more of an edge. It's God-given like talent.
Yeah.
You're born.
Something you're born with.
You're born with it.
He obviously did it the right way.
Yeah.
And Nick Wright, to bring this up one last time, his like whole argument was like, oh, well, Usain Bolt is by far the greatest runner the earth has ever seen, but he could only win so many medals because there's only one way of running for the specific, things that he does. So his argument was, oh, Michael Phelps just swims and he gets different medals for different styles of swimming.
I don't even hate that I mean, like, I don't fully agree, but like, I can kind of see where he's coming from.
Listen, if you're not going to be the greatest individual 200-meter, give that to Michael Phelps. But wouldn't you think, like, butterfly swimming, okay, I'm going to train as hard as I can so he doesn't get that gold medal or he doesn't get the 4x100 meter, the 4x200 meter. Like, there's something that somebody in the world should be able to top him in.
Yeah.
And the fact that yes, it is swimming and it's just different forms, but like you got to take him down. Like his butterfly has to not be as strong as his, whatever.
Yeah.
Insert whatever style.
Yeah, so there's just so many different ways of swimming that he needs to learn and master.
Yes.
And I guess Nick Wright is saying that if there were other ways for Usain Bolt to win medals, maybe he would be able to master that and do that. But I mean, I guess you're picking apart, like you're drawing at straws here. They're both fantastic.
Listen, there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. Michael Phelps has mastered all 1,000 ways in the
Bro,
swimming world.
what? What is that saying?
You never heard that?
I've never heard that.
Why would someone say that?
You know what a quick itch is, but you don't know 1,000 ways to skin a cat? Come on. Come on,
But
man.
that's so mean, though. Why would you skin them?
Not literally.
We're not
Nobody's
literally doing. Yeah,
Nobody's doing that. It's a saying.
the person who came up with the saying might have been doing that a while ago, but we don't do that anymore.
We don't do that. But yeah, that's episode 5. Fun fact.
I love it. Michael Phelps. Growing up, I have this memory of in like one of the bathrooms at my house, we had this Michael Phelps magazine, and it was just on the cover, just with all his medals on. And he just looked badass, like with all the medals on. And it almost brings up to the point where you could, tell me if I'm crazy, but you could be so good at something and win so many awards and have so much jewelry, so much gold,
Yeah.
to where it almost devalues it.
Right, yeah.
Because you're like, how the hell can he have that many? It's just like,
Click that graphic with him with all the medals on from that specific.
oh, you got to pick?
Yeah. And this is just like a fraction of
Damn.
what
Yeah.
he has accomplished. That's just in one Olympics.
It's like
People work their whole life for like a
for
bronze.
one of them,
Yes.
yeah.
Which
Right.
is still impressive.
And what's funny is he has 28 total medals in all of the Olympics that he's performed in.
Yeah. The way that he
He's
could
got-
just clean up is just like, damn, like it almost makes one of those look less difficult the way he can just get all 5, but
Yeah.
it's not.
So 28 in total. He has 23 golds, and I believe he has 2 silvers and 3 bronze or something like that. I think that math adds up. So like, you think he looks at like his silvers and his bronze like, what is this? We
Yeah.
just trade these in for pennies or something.
He probably
like,
uses them on like scratch tickets or whatever. It's like, fuck it. I
But-
don't have a coin.
yeah.
It's crazy. It's almost like in the NBA how you have a player like LeBron. I don't know the number. It's definitely double digits, like all-star teams that he's made. And it's almost like you almost feel like it's not that big of an accomplishment.
Yeah.
But it is to just be on the top of the level. And like you could argue sometimes there may have been a season or two where you get in because your name, maybe someone was like a little better than you or whatever. But still, it's to be on top of the game that many years.
Yep.
It's crazy. And yeah, it's dominance. It's great to see it. And it makes me wonder how many people are born with like the God-given talent and ability and aren't in the right situation to maximize it, or maybe they don't even want to play sports. You know, for every Michael Phelps that has the ability, has everything, then gets the work ethic, is able to do it, has the platform and plays, you wonder how many athletes slip through the cracks. You wonder.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it's really cool, especially with individual sports. So you go down the list: hockey, tennis, boxing, UFC, swimming, any Olympic sport that isn't a team Olympic sport. Like these human beings accomplish all these things solely by themselves. You know, I'm sure they obviously have coaches and, you know, trainers and stuff like that. But when you accomplish things in a solo sport, an individual sport, Muhammad Ali, Tiger Woods, Michael Phelps, like Michael Phelps is in that conversation for greatest individual sport athlete for sure, if not the greatest. And he's a top 5 athlete, in my opinion, all time. Nobody has accomplished what he's done. Nobody's even really come close to whatever he's done. Hit the next graphic real quick. I'm curious to see, because this list, there's a list that shows gold medals. So this is its most dominant Olympic athletes of all time. So yeah, Michael Phelps with 28.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow,
it's
he only won 2 bronze.
only 2 bronze,
Like-
3 silvers.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my fun fact. I just wanted to enlighten the viewers and enlighten you guys
It's
with
very cool.
the greatest.
Yeah, I mean, I knew
The greatest
it was good,
Olympian of all time.
Do you watch the Olympics at all, Em?
Yeah, I catch them
Yeah.
when they're on. I kind of like winter a little better. I don't know, like the skiing and
Yeah.
snowboarding.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
But there's good stuff in both, I guess.
You better be a fan of the Olympics. It's going to be here in a couple of years.
Yep.
Right where
And
we are.
So will the traffic.
It's
So
so will the
will
traffic, so will the tourists, so will,
Yep.
but the streets will be clean by then.
Guys, let's manifest right now. We're gonna have a Sports Rant booth set up at the 2028
That'd be
Olympics.
sweet.
We're making that happen.
It's
Well,
happening.
Are we on the wide right now? Yeah.
We
So
said it here today, June 18th.
we're already manifesting that we'll be
2025.
talking about Team USA basketball.
Oh yeah, that's the T. That's
next
Team
time.
USA.
That is the T. And that's the T.
And that's
That's the T.
That's the T.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out Michael Phelps, man, and let's talk some Olympics when they become relevant again, and we.
You know what I love? The Olympics. The logo is sweet.
Yeah,
I like the Olympics logo. It's so iconic.
the Audi logo.
Yeah, it's just so eye catching, and I always thought it was so interesting growing up. It's a great logo. Did you ever play those games on the Wii? It was like Mario, Sonic, Olympic games. Like they
I
had winter,
think so.
summer.
I probably did.
I don't think I ever did, which is weird because I'm a fan of both. I should get one of those and try it out. Apparently, it was really funny. You'd see like Dr. Eggman doing like a baton twirl or some shit.
Really?
I gotta check those out. I don't think they make them anymore.
I played a lot of Super Mario when I was younger.
Yeah. What was do you remember your favorite game?
It was the, oh my gosh, what is it called? Mario World? Is it Super Mario World where you use him and you gotta pass through all the tracks, like running, jumping in on top of the tunnels, going down the tunnels.
Like,
you would hit the squares.
like any Mario game?
Like literally, like just like the OG Mario?
Yeah,
or?
I think so. Yeah,
Or Super Mario World, was Yoshi in the game?
yes, Yoshi. Oh, it was all the characters. It was, yeah.
Are you talking about Mario Party?
I don't
No,
remember.
I think you might be talking about Super Mario World. Do you remember what console it was on?
I played it on my DS. I always played it on the DS, and then I also played it on the Wii. It was like OG.
It's probably the new Super Mario games. Those were like
Probably.
you go from left to right.
Yes.
Yeah. Those are solid.
And you had to avoid the kind of look like a Venus fly
Piranha Plant?
Yeah, the Piranha Plant. Yeah. Yeah, so
Good games.
I was addicted to that for.
Bro, we got to rip some Mario Party at our place sometime.
Let's do it.
We got it going. All right.
Party.
Yeah.
You want to transition?
Yeah, fact number 5 got a little sidetracked. Let's go. So what we were going to talk about, we have a couple things we want to talk about. We want to talk a little baseball, a little basketball, and a little hockey, which it's up to you. Which one do you want to do first?
You want to talk some hockey real quick? Let's
do it.
It concluded, so let's.
Yeah, congratulations to the Florida Panthers.
What a game.
Yeah. I just want to personally say a big congratulations to Brad Marchand, Bruins boy. I'm glad that if he had to go, it could be in a way to go and be successful, win a championship. I'm glad he's happy. Everyone was sad to see him go. From what I know about Bruins hockey, we're nowhere near ready to compete right now.
Yeah. Tough year.
So, I mean, if you have a guy you love, you don't want to see him leave, you want to keep him. But it was the best for him.
Right.
He won a ring.
Congrats. I want to know, did you see what happened in the game last night? So the Florida Panthers obviously won the Stanley Cup for the second season in a row, beating the Edmonton Oilers, which I love. I hate Edmonton with a passion.
Okay.
4 years in a row, they've knocked out my Kings out of the playoffs. 4 years
Damn.
in a row. I've had to watch the Oilers knock out the Kings. So I
you hate
despise them.
watching.
I absolutely hate watching the Oilers every year. I hate Connor McDavid. I hate Draisaitl. I hate Skinner, the goalie. But he had a really bad game yesterday. Did you see what happened in the game last night?
So I did not catch the game last night. Tell me all about it.
So I can't tell you all about it because I didn't watch all of it.
Okay. Tell me about it.
There was a lot of sports going on yesterday, and I was flipping back and forth. I had 2 TVs going in my apartment.
Sweet.
So I want to say shout out Sam Reinhart. I don't know if you caught what he did yesterday.
No,
For the
I know of
Panthers.
him though.
Sam Reinhart, he's, I believe, I'm a hockey casual. I get excited during playoff time.
What does that make me?
I believe he's one of the better players in the league. Definitely like a top 20 guy for sure.
Yeah.
The hockey fans, strike me down. I'm sorry. I don't mean to butcher that. But Sam Reinhart, he scored not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 goals in the game yesterday.
One more and he would have had 5.
That would have been the easiest. I actually could have used him
That
because
would've been-
I think he actually assisted on the other goal too.
5 points?
So 5. No, I think it's even more than 5 points.
No, I don't know how points work in hockey.
He went berserk yesterday. So he had 4 goals in total, and I believe, did he have an assist? Oh no, he did not have an assist. I thought he did. Okay, never mind.
I'll get up on my hockey knowledge. We'll do a dedicated hockey episode at some point. When do you have an idea when the NHL draft is?
I do. I think, did it already pass?
Did it already pass? Probably.
I believe
don't know.
it may have already passed, but
I could get into hockey for an episode or two.
hockey's such a great sport, man. And
I
I was really into it, obviously, when the Kings won in 2012 and 2014. Like, that was such a good run where They went to I think it was in 2014, they went to a Game 7 every single series. They were
Sick.
down 3-1 in the Western Conference Finals, and they came back and defeated the Sharks.
Mm-hmm.
And they went to Game 7 every single series. And then in the finals, I think they won in 6 or something like that. But I was really into hockey for a good chunk of time. And then it just kind of lost me. The Kings weren't as great anymore. And, I got really invested with baseball, football, basketball, and even soccer. But I want to shout out hockey because I thoroughly enjoy watching it. If it's on, I'm glued to it. I like to watch it. But it's something that I wish I was into a lot more than I actually am.
Shout out hockey. I think it is the best sport to watch in person in
no doubt about it.
At an arena in a stadium.
No doubt about it.
When I watch football, it's fun. You get some drinks. I mean, it's great. It's great to go to any sport. But I do think that the at-home experience is very enhanced. You get the markers, the lines.
Yeah.
The commentary in football is usually pretty good. You get the replays. It's kind of fast, especially when you're boozing. You don't really.
Yeah.
Plays happen so fast. And then baseball, kind of similar. It feels a little slower pace in person sometimes. Basketball is great, but you're usually the points you want to watch are on the opposite ends of the court, the baskets.
Yeah.
So, and you're so zoned in on those spots. So no matter where you sit, you likely don't have the best view of both. But for hockey, man, you could be in the frickin' nosebleeds. You see the black puck on the clear ice. You can see it so well. You see everything that's going on. It's so fun and it's so fast paced, and you get to see hits. You don't really need the commentary, I don't think. Hockey is so fun to watch in person. It's very fun to play. I wish I could still play it. I had so much fun playing it growing up. Skating is such a a freeing feeling. You can move, you can glide, move so fast, and yeah, it's a great sport. I should just watch it more.
Yeah,
I like playoff hockey. I just haven't been watching that much. When I'm at work, I watch.
Yeah, it's by far, I think, too, the best playoffs to watch as well. It's so entertaining and it's so fast paced, and it's a quicker version of a lot more fast paced version of soccer. And I like to enjoy. I enjoy watching soccer and watching hockey, and I think it's by far the hardest sport to play because not everybody in the world knows how to ice skate.
Yeah,
I certainly do not know how to ice skate.
Yeah, it's tough, but once you get it down, you get it down. I think it's got the hardest barrier to entry. But then
once you get it,
once you get it, man, skating is such a good feeling. And you do always have to work. You work on your backwards skating, you work on turning tight, you work on stopping. But it's so rewarding.
Yeah, for sure. And I think the Florida Panthers, just real quick to touch on this, they are looking to be the first team, and I think I saw this statistic last night, since 1956 to three-peat. I don't know how true that is. I thought I saw it on SportsCenter last night, but first team looking to three-peat, because there's been a bunch of two-peats. I think the Lightning did it a few years back in 2020 and 2021. The Penguins did it in 2016, 2017. So if the Panthers three-peat, man.
It seems like three-peats are not that uncommon in hockey. I mean, comparative to other sports, you almost never see it in football or basketball.
I think it happens.
Or actually, you do historically.
Yeah, basketball has
How many years in a row did the Celtics win, way back when?
And they lost 1 year just randomly, in the middle of it all. They
ruined it.
The Lakers. I think the Lakers are the last team to three-peat.
Yep.
2000 to 2002. But yeah, so shout out the Florida Panthers, man. Good for them. I love seeing Edmonton losing for all the Oiler fans out there.
But shout out to Game 4 of that series when Edmonton was down 3-0, I believe. That was a sweet comeback.
Yes.
Shout out again to Beanie. He had money on the Oilers
to win.
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, I haven't been so long, and they're just getting creamed 3-0." And I was like, "Nah, don't worry, they'll come back." And he was like, he literally said, "If they come back and win, I'll Venmo you." Because we were playing 2K, okay?
Yeah.
This is a convoluted story. We were playing 2K, and I just started playing, and I refused to buy VC for my character. So he's 68 overall, and just sucks when I play online with everyone. But I can do a little bit. I got my 3-point up, and he was like, if they win, I will Venmo you, and you have to put it into your 2K character. And that's literally what happened. He was a man of his word. Shout out Beanie. That was a crazy comeback. It was nuts.
Yeah, I remember I was watching that game live, and I was like, oh, my God, they're about to take a 3-1 seriously, the Panthers were. And then, like, I turned off the game because there was, like, a Dodger game or something going on, and I started watching that, and then I looked at the score. I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, like, Edmonton came all the way back. So
Yeah, the second I started rooting for Edmonton, things worked out, and then I wasn't watching last night, so.
Don't ever root for Edmonton ever again. I hate them so much. I really despise them.
Okay.
Sorry.
I won't. I like their logo, though.
So, yeah, there's our hockey talk.
Hockey talkie. Hockey talkie, walkie talkie.
Hockey talkie.
Hawk it like hawk to a hawk it like we talk it.
Oh.
Em, could you cut that?
Nope,
please?
that's staying
Nope.
on.
All right.
Nope.
All right. Okay, hockey's
Let's-
down. We got
Let's talk.
baseball and basketball.
Let's talk some baseball.
All right.
Because your team,
How are the Red Sox doing? They do anything really dumb lately?
well, they just kicked the shit out of the Yankees.
Yep. Yeah, we swept them on the year. I see.
Mm-hmm.
We put ourselves in place for wild card spot, I think.
You did and you didn't.
Yeah, well, after beating the Yankees, we were I think we were in a wild card spot going in the future. Things are looking up. We got some bright players on our team that
Yes,
we're looking
definitely.
forward to building a history with. And then what happened? We still have all those players, right? We didn't lose anybody that we like.
Yeah, you got Roman Anthony. Still have Jaron Duran.
What do you mean still have? Did we lose anybody? Who did we lose? Does their name start with an R?
Yeah, that R that also represents the Red Sox. Also represents a guy with the first name that starts with the letter R. The franchise guy.
Yeah.
The guy that the Red Sox decided to pay after letting Mookie Betts go for a bag of chips.
Mm-hmm.
After letting your icon superstar in Xander Bogaerts walk in free agency. You figured we won't pay those two guys. But there's this young guy that plays third base that is the biggest Yankee killer that the organization has had in quite some time. He actually hit a home run against the Yankees in his last game as a Red Sox. That is Mr. Rafael Devers, the guy that the Yankees paid, gave him a boatload of money, made him a $300 million man. They just traded him this past weekend to the San Francisco Giants for Kyle Harrison, Jordan Hicks, and a couple of prospects.
Bag of chips.
A bag of chips.
And not even good chips, like.
Very mediocre,
Yeah.
30% filled bag of Lay's chips.
It's like when you go to like a sandwich store and it's a brand you've never heard of and you get the chips and they're barbecue chips, but they taste weird. They're like too sweet.
Yep.
They don't have a satisfying crunch, just bad chips. I don't know the level of what we got in return. Would you say it was a better return than Mookie or similar, or they're both so bad, not even worth talking about?
Well, Mookie was, I think, head and shoulders above Rafi
Yeah.
because Mookie is just, he's Mookie. Like, there's
Yeah.
he's a top 5 player in the league, and he's been that for the last 10 years, or 8, 7 years, 9 years. Rafael Devers is a guy that had a very prickly situation going on with the organization and with the Red Sox, and it came to a head, and the Red Sox ultimately made their decision that we are better off moving on from you. We don't like this situation. We don't like the turmoil that has been caused for this entirety of the season. They kind of did a slap in the face move by getting Alex Bregman in free agency. They signed him to a 3-year deal with a bunch of player options, and he's a third baseman, but everybody thought, okay, you move Alex Bregman to second, you can move him to short because he's a very talented fielding infielder. Rafael Devers is your franchise guy. We're leaving him at third base. The Red Sox said, nope, the defense is too bad that we don't think you're a third baseman anymore. We're going to either put you at DH, which that came to a head pretty quick to start the year, and he ultimately agreed to it. He said, okay, fine, I'll be the DH, not a big deal, designated hitter.
Yep.
Then the Red Sox did another thing. Alex Bregman has been down for a while. no, I don't think you're still good enough to play third. You're going to go play first base. Rafael Devers said, this is not what I signed up for.
Mm-hmm.
You guys told me I'm your franchise third baseman. And first of all, you moved me to DH, which I ultimately agreed to. That caused a little bit of a ruffle. And then now you're going to tell me to go learn a whole new position and play first base? What is that saying about me? What are you telling me? What do you value me at? And it clearly came to a head, and the Red Sox showed what they thought of him, and they traded him away. It's something that the Red Sox have unfortunately done for some time now, letting their stars walk, letting their generational superstar talents walk out the door.
Yeah.
Or push them out the door.
And in what world has that ever proven to be a good way to build a sports organization, a team?
It is one thing if you are the New Orleans Pelicans trading away Anthony Davis because obviously he doesn't want to stay there. Your organization has no history.
Yeah.
It's one thing if you are the Tennessee Titans letting Derrick Henry walk. It is one thing if you're the New York Giants, which they have history, and you let them walk to your division rival in the Eagles. This is the Boston Red Sox we were talking about. One of the most storied franchises in all of sports, one of the biggest brands in all of baseball, the oldest stadium in baseball.
Fenway?
Fenway.
I didn't know that. Shout out. Fenway's amazing. Sorry.
I didn't know that either.
Fenway, Wrigley Field. Wrigley Field in Chicago.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Couple socks.
The Fenway Frank. The Green Monster. That's your brand. You traded Babe Ruth to the Yankees. You traded Mookie Betts to the Dodgers. You let Xander Bogaerts walk, and then you trade Rafael Devers. What are you trying to prove as an organization? And Breslow, the new guy in charge, running everything over there, there's going to be a lot of change, and they went for it. They went out. They traded for Garrett Crochet, starting pitcher. They went out, signed Walker Buehler, who just won a World Series, closed out Game 5 of the World Series. You went out, you go sign Alex Bregman. This felt like, oh my gosh, the Red Sox are making a point this year that, you know what? We're the big dogs of the markets. We're going to go out, sign guys. We're going to go compete. We have a bunch of young guys, Roman Anthony, Tristan Casas, Campbell, Jarren Duran. Like, we have something here to build. We have a foundation. Like, we're rebranding. We're sticking to our roots of what has made us successful in the past. And then you go out and you trade the longest tenured Red Sox, I think Devers was. What are you saying? What message? What are you telling your fan base if this is what you're doing year in and year out? How can you trust it?
And how can you be hopeful that the Red Sox will draft or acquire a new star when you can never be secure in the fact that they're going to stay on the team?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just crazy. You get a star player, you hold on to them. That's the winning strategy unless they need to go, unless it's irreparable. But even if it gets to that case, you get a return.
Yes.
You get a worthy return,
Right.
or at least as much as you possibly freaking can. It's
Yeah.
just it's really upsetting. I'm glad that you are so knowledgeable about the situation, have so much to say, because I wasn't sure I'd be able to do it fully justice. But you know, the boys, I see it in the group chat. They're distraught. They're so sad. And it just seems like this kind of keeps happening.
One thing with superstars, sometimes, not all the time, sometimes they have egos and they make situations difficult on organizations because they rightfully have the power.
Mm-hmm.
If you're paying a guy a certain dollar figure, there's reason for it. If you're valuing him here, you got to treat him here, and you should expect him to think he's here. Mm. With this situation, this is a guy that the fan base loves. He's done everything right, never had a bad situation, never been, a bad guy in your organization. And to treat him the way that they have this year, and to ultimately, the Red Sox are going to pay this price with trading him, obviously, for essentially nothing. The guy that they traded for, it was funny, he actually was supposed to start against the Dodgers the day of the trade. He was the starting pitcher against the Dodgers because the Dodgers just played the Giants this past weekend. And 30 minutes before the game was supposed to start, he's warming up in the bullpen, okay, as every starter does. All of a sudden, wait, where did he go? Kyle Harrison, where is he?
He's like, oh, shit, I got the day off.
Yep. Organization pulled him back, and I was confused. I was like, what in the world is going on? And then all of a sudden, the alert popped up. The Red Sox have agreed to trade Rafael Devers to the San Francisco Giants. And I said right away, oh, my God, they just traded Kyle Harrison, the guy that was supposed to pitch in 25 minutes.
Yeah.
They
Were you happy
traded-
to see him go? You're like, oh, word.
It threw me off.
Yeah, is he?
Wait, they really trade people like that
Yep.
while a game is happening?
In the middle of a game, in the middle of warm-up, in the middle of the night at 3 a.m.
That's fucking crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
Wait, does only the MLB do that?
No.
No, every league.
Every league.
I can think of at least one
Wait,
instance
like
where-
every sports league, not just baseball?
Like the major sports, yes.
Yeah.
Like baseball, football, basketball, soccer.
Dude, what are these dudes doing? They're up at 3 a.m. They're like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this.
That's the players do not like it. Was it Dennis Schroeder? Who
Yeah.
compared it to slavery that one time. Everyone was clowning on him for that. But I mean, it is unfair to them. Maybe not on that scale, but yeah, it is wild. Is he like a good pitcher, solid pitcher?
So this is what the Red Sox did. He was a starting pitcher for the Giants. He's a young kid, 23 years old. He's a left-handed pitcher. Has a promising future, but
Yeah.
hasn't really shown it yet.
Solid curveball or something.
Fastball's pretty good.
Yeah.
Good slider. The Red Sox threw him in AAA right away. So he's not with the Red Sox. He's with who's the AAA? It's the Woo Sox, right? Is it the Worcester? Is Worcester the AAA affiliate for the Red Sox?
Sox or something? Is it the Woo Sox?
I don't know. I could be wrong. I haven't really kept up with minor league baseball too often. Is it the?
Yeah, it is the Woo Sox.
It is the Woo Sox, right?
Horrible name.
They play in Worcester. They have a cool stadium apparently. I've never been to it, but
I
so
thought it was something different. Maybe I'm thinking of a different. I'm thinking of like the. Oh, yeah, I'm thinking of a different minor league team.
Pawtucket. They're the
Yeah.
or whatever. I don't know.
Something.
But-
Sox.
So they sent this guy right away to AAA. So that means, and Jordan Hicks, the other guy that they traded for, he's hurt currently.
So we got nothing.
No major league ready players as of right this second
Yeah.
for one of the best hitters in all of baseball.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, I think we are officially in the darkest time of Boston sports in my entire life. We have no life next year. We have Red Sox doing whatever the fuck they're doing. We're tanking now, or whatever. The Bruins, we lost Marchand. We're nowhere near competing. It seems like we're in a rebuild from what I hear.
Yeah.
Celtics, we don't have Tatum.
Yeah.
We're between kind of a build year or a weird compete. Hope Tatum can come back. Either way, it's not going to be pretty.
Right.
I feel like I have the most hope for next season for the New England Patriots. And my hope would be, best case scenario, we just make the playoffs.
Right.
Maybe we sneak a playoff win in. That's so best case scenario to me.
Right.
And I am excited about that team and what Vrabel's doing, but that's just not what I'm used to. I feel like I'm used to always having a chance at a championship across one of those sports. And it's sad. And maybe it puts it into perspective because there's a lot of fans from other cities, parts of the country that this is their norm, but
Yeah.
it sucks.
But at least what we see with small markets, when they have a super duper star that obviously needs to leave and needs to go elsewhere, these teams get returns for them.
Yeah.
They're talking about, like, for example, and I'll throw it into baseball terms because this is a baseball trade that just happened. When Juan Soto, I'm sure you know that name.
From Star Wars? I know. I've heard of Juan Soto.
That's what I thought of.
Juan Soto, when he got traded from the Washington Nationals, granted they had just won a World Series 2 years before, they were clearly, there was a huge fall off with the Washington Nationals. They needed to trade him. He wasn't going to sign. They offered him a $350, $400 million contract. He kindly rejected that and said, "Now I think I'm going to take my talents elsewhere." Okay, the Washington Nationals accepted that. They traded him to the Padres, and they got a huge return for him. To put it this way, they got the leading strikeout pitcher in the MLB in Mackenzie Gore, left-handed pitcher. He's one of the best young pitchers in baseball. They got C.J. Abrams, one of the best. He's already been an all-star, young, promising shortstops in all of baseball. And then the biggest piece, who's playing like an MVP caliber player this year, James Wood. He's a left fielder. He's a stud. Okay? That's what they received.
They got exciting back.
They got 3 legitimate franchise.
That's what you do. You trade a star player for pieces that can elevate your team right away and spread the talent across all positions in a team sport. They didn't get chips. They got the whole factory.
They got everything. They got 3 superstar players that are going to be effectful in their franchise for the next 10 years.
Good for them. Good for them.
And what did the Padres do? They made the playoffs one year with Juan Soto. They beat the Dodgers. They knocked off the Dodgers. That was their World Series. Congratulations, San Diego
Keep
Padres.
talking about that. Did you see? Sorry, I posted a clip of. Actually, I don't know if I posted it yet. I made a clip of you being like, "Congratulations," and then I'll show it to you later. There's like a trophy case, and it's like beat the Dodgers.
I love that.
Yeah.
And what did they get? Now they traded him away to the Yankees. The Yankees had him for a year. Now he's with the Mets. But whatever. That's a little bit long-winded. But that's what
they got a good return.
They got
they're in
a
good position. They're not completely screwed.
Yep.
You trade a star, you get a lot in return. I mean, apparently even the Grizzlies can get a return for Desmond Bain for some fucking reason.
4 first-round picks,
unprotected first-round picks for Desmond Bain. I mean, he's all right, but damn, that's a wild trade. That happened on the same day as the Devers trade, and I was like, if I'm a GM, I'm calling up all the East Coast teams right now. They're on a fire sale for some reason.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you seen this video? I don't know if I would call it viral, but it came up once where somebody placed a call into like someone in the dugout and we're
Cantor? We get Cantor up and moving around?
Put him on bat, and they said it like started this guy's career, but it was essentially like his friends who got someone's number over there and were like
100%.
posing to be the GM maybe or
100%
something like
know what
that.
you mean.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
He was pretending to be.
Is it Cantor?
These guys, yeah.
We Cantor up and moving around?
Up and moving.
It's the best.
And he goes, wait, what did you say? So they were pretending, and a little backstory behind that. They were pretending to be the manager of the team.
Yeah, it was clear they weren't like who they said they were.
Right. And they called the bullpen to get this guy warming up in the bullpen. And they're like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, get him moving around.
Get him up and moving around. That wording is the best part of the video. It's so good. I see it all over the place.
He's warming up.
Yeah, they panned him like running out to the dugout, and they're like, yeah. And then, he's good, right?
Yeah.
He's actually good. Yeah. Sweet. What a good story. I bet he gets questions about that all the time.
So hysterical. It is
Yeah.
so funny that actually ended up working out.
That's an all-time video for sure. Great call out, Em. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that was a good pull.
But yeah, I mean,
Red Sox, City of Boston, I'm sorry. I know your fan base is passionate.
Careful, Mike.
no, he's talking to us.
Yeah.
Talk to us. Sorry.
Talk to us.
Gotta stop.
Red Sox organization, you should be ashamed of yourselves. You don't trade Rafael Devers for nothing. And especially after a series in which you brought some life back to the team. This is unacceptable. It is sad. It's lousy. And it shows that you don't have a direction. If you're going to go all in, go all in. If your superstar is making things difficult, because that's going to be the story at the end of the day, make it work. If you are truly serious about competing, make it work. Mm-hmm. Kobe Bryant demanded a trade. Magic Johnson demanded a trade. What did the organization do? They took a step back, checked their egos, and made things work. If this is how you're going to treat every situation with every superstar that comes through your doors, what do you expect is going to happen? Do you think you're going to sign the big fish free agents? Figure it out. Give these fans something to root for again, because what you're displaying and what you're showcasing is really sad. And as a big market fan myself, I would be ashamed if the Dodgers did this. I wouldn't want to watch. I would boycott. Figure it out. because this is sad. It's pathetic. The Red Sox fans, Red Sox Nation, they deserve better.
We do.
Figure it out. Sorry.
No, I can't. I don't think there's a Red Sox fan that disagrees with you on that. And it's sad. It's sad to see. It's sad to see when a team just gives up. Yeah.
It's pathetic, dude.
I think you said it right.
Sorry. Just had to
No,
get that out.
that was good. That was heartfelt for a team that isn't even your team.
No.
But we appreciate.
You want to be competitive. I want to see competition in the sport that I love more than anything. Stop doing shit like this. It's really sad when you have billionaires acting like babies and can't figure it out and check their ego and check their pride. Especially for fans that actually give a shit about your organization and your team and that will rep it till the day that they die. Give them product. Because it is, Red Sox fans are pissed, as they should be. It's sad.
Run the organization in a way that puts winning first. Prove to the fans, prove to the city that you want to win.
For an organization as decorated as the Red Sox, this is a top 3 franchise in the sport of baseball. And this is how you're treating your superstars? It's sad, man. I can go on and on about it, but I'm not. I'm going to hold it back a little bit.
Bad move.
Really bad. All right, you want to transition? I'm sorry. I kind of went long-winded there.
Want to just do like a really quick
recap of
finals talk?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay, so the Pacers are down 3-2 right now as this episode is recorded. I think that game 4 was a load of hooey.
Mm-hmm.
Game 5, I don't know what happened to Tyrese. They're saying he's hurt. I think he just had a really off night.
Well, it was a hamstring, right? That he tweaked up or something like that.
Yeah, I think regardless, he needs to lock the fuck in. And they got Scott Foster, the extender, coming in for Game 6.
Yeah.
Which I was pissed about in Game 4, but now I'm happy about. So it's almost like you're happy when it's going for the team you're rooting for, and vice versa.
What was that thing that you showed me real quick with SGA?
Yeah.
Free throws or something like that.
Yeah, dude. Blah, 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 blah. I said something. Yes. So I think it was Game 4, but SGA had like 8 free throws in the last 4 minutes. Not great. And I think it was through 3 games. Tyrese didn't have a single free throw. Like Shai was out free throwing him. Through 3 games, SGA had 26 free throw attempts. Tyrese had 0. And it's ethical hoops on Tyrese's side. I don't know. I don't think I like SGA.
Really?
I think I'm an SGA hater, yeah. I get pissed when I watch him play and win.
Yeah, I get that. I love SGA just solely due to the fact that the Clippers traded him away for Paul George, and they're in the finals now. He just won an MVP. Like, I love everything about it, and I like to see young stars that hopefully, if this Thunder thing works out, maybe he can stay there for 10, 15 years, but if it doesn't, let him go to a bigger market. I don't want that. I'm not rooting for that. I'm not trying to be that guy because it's great. I love that we have 2 small markets in this finals.
Yes, I love that finals for this reason, and I love that it's just young, competitive, conditioned teams with that play hard and fast and they play for a long time.
Young, athletic, and
I'm trying to say their conditioning is really good.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying, especially the Pacers. But yeah, I don't know. Something about I think something about the way SGA hoops. I just don't love it. I don't know. Tyrese, I love it when he's on, but he needs to be on more.
0 for 6, 0 for 4 from 3.
Yeah, bad.
Last game, that's just unacceptable. If you're going to be this is a guy that everybody's rooting for. everybody's really excited to watch him.
Yeah,
they love all the buzzer beaters and everything. I got to see Game 1, the buzzer beater. That
so sick,
unbelievably great.
We just need one more of those, and then one game where they win handily, which I think they have that in them.
And then they went when they were up 2-1, and the Pacers were at home, and they had the lead with 4 minutes left or something like that. And then the Thunder comes storming back
with their 8 free throws for SGA. Scott Foster said, this series is going 7. And I hope he keeps that mentality.
I really want it to go 7. I'm
it'd be
praying.
Sweet. It'd be sweet. I don't know. I was watching the Thunder just win that Game 5, and I was getting really mad, and I was was like, it's not the Celtics. I was like, I need to calm myself down. I just was like, I just really want the Pacers to win, man. Something about I feel like Miles Turner has been pissing me off. He just shoots the ball and it like never goes in, I feel like. And then I don't know how he is from free throws. Siakam bricks free throws a lot.
Yeah.
And I just get pissed because I'm like, just get these fucking easy points. And Miles Turner hit a wide open three and he doesn't get that many rebounds.
Yeah.
And Chet has been he doesn't go off because he doesn't get a ton of points, but like whenever it's him versus Miles, I feel like he has a good go of it. I think it was game 2 or game 3 where Miles Turner was going off. I think he had like 5 blocks. That was sweet. I want to see more of that, and I want to see the rebounding. We'll see.
And Jalen Williams going off for 40. That's just like.
Is he the MVP of the finals so far? There's a little debate about that.
Probably. I mean, I don't know if this goes 7. I mean, we'll see.
We'll see. But I'm still standing true with my Pacers. Did we say 7 for both? I'm saying Pacers in 7.
I said Thunder in 5.
Thunder in 5 did not happen.
Nope.
Oh, you did say Thunder in 5.
I said Thunder in 5.
Do you think Thunder? Okay, so you're gonna stay with Thunder probably. Do you think 6 or 7?
I'm really hoping 7, but I think if it does go 7, I think the Pacers might low-key steal Game 7.
They got the pace. They control the pace. All right. So yeah, those are our predictions. Go Halliburton. Come on, figure it out, Red Sox.
The day we're recording this is Wednesday, June 18th.
Yep.
So Game 6 is tomorrow night in Indianapolis.
Yep.
So hopefully we get a Game 7.
Get it done at home, boys.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Everyone wants a Game 7, I think. I mean, probably not Thunder fans, but.
Yeah. So, yeah, anything else to add? Are you
No.
all good?
No. You want to end the episode by saying something crazy or?
No. I'm going to keep it okay.
Keep it real. Yeah. Well, we got emotional with all the Red Sox stuff. So let's just figure it out. Figure it out, Sox. Figure it out.
We want to thank everybody for watching.
Yep.
Episode number
5
of the Sports Rant with Mike and Ant pod. Shout out to our amazing producer, M. Wood.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching, and don't ever forget, Bill Russell is not good.
What?
Never was good. Tom Brady, not that great of a quarterback.
I know you're lying.
And Boston sports, man. Yeah, good luck.
No. Well, yeah, good luck, Boston sports.
All right.
That part I agree with.
Thanks for watching Sports Rant with Mike and Ant. Sports Rant is hosted by Anthony Russo and Michael Gonzalez, produced by M. Wood, and recorded at Third Wheel Podcast Studios in Los Angeles. Follow the show on YouTube and Instagram at Sports Rant Pod.